Good afternoon. Today I am going to teach you one lesson of dynamics, that is the kinematic of rigid body. Okay. In dynamics altogether there are 3 lessons for your syllabus. The first one is kinematic of particle. Second one is kinematic of rigid body, and third one is kinetic of particle. Okay. Kinematic is that branch of dynamic in which we are going to study only motion without considering the forces which are responsible for that motion. All of you know that here to keep any body in motion, whether it is a translational motion or rotational motion, to keep any body in motion, definitely some unbalanced forces are required. Okay. But in kinematic, we are going to study only motion without considering that forces which are responsible for that motion. The forces are there, but we are not going to bother about that forces. Okay. Whereas kinetic is that branch of dynamic in which we are going to study the motion as well as forces. Here, and relation among them, relation between the forces and different parameter of the motion. Now, study of motion means what? The study of motion means the study of velocity, displacement, and acceleration. So, in kinetic, we are going to study the motion, different parameter of the motion, and the forces responsible for that motion, and relation among them. When there is common relation between the external applied forces or unbalanced forces acting on the particle here and corresponding motion, that is F equal to ma. Okay, this is the relation between the forces and the acceleration. Okay. Similarly, we can write down the relation between the forces and velocity, forces and displacement here. So always when there is a relation between the forces and motion is there, that is a part of kinetic. Means whenever the forces are involved, the term is on kinetic, and when forces are not involved, here it is of kinematic. Here in this first lesson, it is a kinematic of particle, means we have to study the motion of particle. Now I told you what is the difference between kinetic and kinematic and kinetic. Now let's consider what is the difference between the particle and the rigid body. The particle is a dimensionless object here, whereas the rigid body is having some dimensions. It is a dimensionless, it is not a massless. Particle is having some mass here, but its dimensions are negligible. Or for that particular physical phenomena which we are going to consider, here it is irrelevant to consider the dimensions of that particular object. Here, if it is irrelevant to consider the dimension of that particular object, can be considered as a particle. Okay. Now, when we consider any object as a particle and when the forces are acting on such a particle, here this force system always become a concurrent force system. Whereas when the forces are acting on the rigid body, here they may form the parallel force system or the general force system. Yeah, this is another difference between the particle and the rigid body. And with respect to these forces or with respect to this force system, remember one thing, under the action of the concurrent force system, here the particle can undergo only translational motion. Under the concurrent force system, the rotational motion is never possible. Because for a rotational motion of a body, here definitely some unbalanced moment is responsible. Moment is responsible for the rotational motion. Here, in concurrent force system, here the unbalanced moment is always 0. Yeah, that's why under the action of the concurrent force system, only translational motion is possible, rotational motion is not possible, and that's why here this particle undergoes only translational motion. Particle doesn't have the rotational motion. Whereas in case of the rigid body, here because of the general force system or parallel force system, the unbalanced moment may be there. Here, and because of these forces and the unbalanced moment, here the rigid body may undergo the translational motion as well as rotational motion. Okay, here. Now I am going to teach you today the kinematic of rigid body. Here I already told you that kinematic is the motion of rigid body, and rigid body undergoes the translational and rotational motion. Here for this translational and rotational, and one third type of motion is also there, GPM, which we have to study. Actually, this translational motion and rotational motion of a rigid body you have already studied at your junior college level. Okay, here in this first semester of engineering, you have to study the third motion of a rigid body, which is known as the general plane motion. Here, what is the general plane motion? I will explain to you here, but before that general plane motion, I will slightly here or in short, I'm going to introduce you about the translational and rotational motion of a rigid body also. Here, if you know this, then only you can understand what is meant by general plane motion. Here, so we are going to start the lesson kinematic of rigid body. Okay, means the motion of rigid body. And I already told you that the rigid body undergoes the translational motion and the rotational motion. Yeah, and third type of motion is a general plane motion. These are the three type of motion of a rigid body. Now, before explaining these three type of motion, okay. Yeah, now what is the translational motion of a rigid body? Here, this translational motion is further divided into two parts. Here, one is a rectilinear translational and other one is a curvilinear translational. Okay. Now, what is the rectilinear translational motion of a rigid body? Let's consider suppose this rigid body. This is the initial position of that rigid body. Here you can consider any rigid body. Let's consider this rigid body. Here now, when this rigid body moves from this position to any other position, clear? So this is the final position of that rigid body. So when the rigid body moves from one position to other position such that the path traced by the particles on the rigid body, here on this rigid body I can consider the number of particles, clear? So when this rigid body moves from one position to other position such that the path traced by the particles on the rigid body are parallel straight lines, then such type of motion is known as a rectilinear translational motion. Here, so what is the rectilinear translational motion of a rigid body? Then the rigid body moves from one position to other position such that the path traced by the particles on the rigid body are parallel straight lines. I consider the number of particles A, B, C, D, E. Here, so when the path traced by each particle is parallel straight line, then such type of motion is known as a rectilinear translational motion. Whereas when the rigid body moves from one position to other position such that the path traced by the particles on the rigid body are parallel curve, then it is known as a curvilinear translational motion of a rigid body. Now, important thing I would like to tell you is that here in this translational motion, whether it is a rectilinear translational motion or curvilinear translational motion, here, if I consider any intermediate position of a rigid body at any instant of time t, therefore at this instant of time t, the velocity of all these particles on the rigid body, here velocity of all these particles on the rigid body will remain same in magnitude as well as direction. किसी भी point का velocity same रहेगा at any instant of time t. Here VA equal to VB equal to VC equal to VD. Yes. किसी भी एक टाइम पे किसी भी पार्टिकल का वेलोसिटी सेम रहेगा मैग्नीट्यूड एज वेल एज डायरेक्शन. यार ऐसा नहीं होगा कि ए का वेलोसिटी अलग तो बी का वेलोसिटी अलग. यार इन केस ऑफ अ ट्रांसलेशनल मोशन वेदर इट इज अ रेक्टिलिनियर और कर्विलिनियर, द वेलोसिटी ऑफ एनी पार्टिकल्स ऑन द रिजिड बॉडी विल रिमेन सेम. Here we can write it here VA equal to VB. Yeah, so this is all about the rectilinear translational motion of a rigid body. Understood? The second one is a rotational motion. Now, what is the rotational motion? Let's consider suppose this is one rigid body. Here, now when this rigid body moves from one position to another position, consider this is another position of this rigid body. Yes, so when it moves from one position to other position such that the path traced by the particles on the rigid body are concentric circles. Here, these are the two particles I have considered. So when this rigid body moves from this position to this position, here such that the path traced by the particles on the rigid body are parallel curves. Here are concentric curve, not only parallel, but they are the concentric curve. Here, then that motion is known as a rotational motion of a rigid body. Here, for example, the motion of the fan. Here, when I consider the motion of the fan, if I consider any 2 points on that fan, here, when the position of the fan changes, the path traced by the particles on the fan are the concentric circles. Here, so such type of motion is known as the rotational motion. So one of the example of rotational motion is fan. Okay, here can you tell me any other motion of any other example of rotational motion? Motion of top. Here, the motion of the top itself is a rotational motion. Here, any other example of rotational motion? Anybody answer yourself? Which one? I'm not understood. Who said what?
मेरी गो राउंड।
हाँ बोलो, क्या क्या बोला था, कौन सा एग्जाम्पल बोला था?
मेरी गो राउंड सर।
मेरी गो राउंड, ओके यार, मेरी गो राउंड यार, वो जो झूला रहता है वही ना, जाइंट व्हील, ओके यस। Listen, I like to have a discussion. Here it is not a one-way dialogue. Yes, so you have to unmute yourself and answer my question. Yes, so merry-go-round मतलब वही ना, giant wheel.
Yes sir.
So the motion of the giant wheel can be considered as a rotational motion or the motion of a pulley. Here pulley जो रहता है, here the motion of the pulley is also the rotational motion. So these are some of the example of the rotational motion. Okay. Now what happens in rotational motion? Here the part traced by the particles here are concentric circles. Here, so when the part traced by the particles are concentric circles, the motion is known as the rotational motion. Okay. Now what happens in rotational motion? Let's consider the rotational motion. Now what happens in rotational motion? I am considering another example. Okay. Let's consider, suppose this is one rigid body which is rotating here, and this is the part traced by the particle A, this is the part traced by the particle B, which are the concentric circle. Okay. Here, and this point about which the body is rotating, here this point is known as the center of rotation. Here, and the line passing through the center of rotation and perpendicular to the plane of this rotation is known as the axis of rotation. Here all this terminology you are aware about this. Here. Now suppose this body is rotating about point O with an angular velocity omega. Omega is the angular velocity of the rigid body. Here listen, this V what we are writing, here this is the linear velocity. Here this linear velocity is normally used for the translational motion, and this omega is the angular velocity. Here linear velocity unit is meter per second, millimeter per second, kilometer per hour. Here, whereas this angular velocity is unit of the angular velocity is radian per second. Okay, here remember this thing. Suppose this body is rotating about point O, so O is known as the center of rotation in clockwise direction with angular velocity omega. These are the paths traced by the two particles. Clearly, this particle is A and this particle is B. These are the paths traced by that particle. Yeah. Now, listen carefully. The body is having the rotational motion. Here, but the motion of these two particles are the curvilinear motion. Here, in kinematics of particle, you must have studied these two type of motion: translational motion of a particle and curvilinear motion of a particle. Here, curvilinear motion of a particle means when the part traced by the particle is a curve, then that motion is known as a curvilinear motion. It may be any type of curve. It may be the parabola. It may be the circle. Here, but that motion is known as a circular motion. Sorry, curvilinear motion. Okay. Now remember one thing: in case of a translational motion or in case of a rotational motion of a particle, I am talking about the particle. Here, like a projectile motion. Okay, you have to answer my question. Huh? Suppose one particle is moving along this curved path. Here, so at any instant of time t, when the particle is at point A, can you tell me what will be the direction of the velocity vector at this instant of time t? जब curvilinear motion रहेगा for particle का, तो velocity vector किधर रहता है? What is the direction of the velocity vector?
Sir, it will be tangential.
Right. Okay. In case of a curvilinear motion, here the velocity vector is tangential to the path. Here, so at this point, if I draw the tangent to this path, this is the direction of the velocity. Now, whether the velocity vector is towards right or towards left, means it is downward or upward. So it depends on the direction of motion. Yes, if this motion takes place here towards right, then the velocity vector is tangential and towards right. Okay. Here, even in rectilinear translational motion, also the velocity vector is tangential to the path. But the path itself is a straight line. Here, so the tangent to the straight line will be along that path itself. Here, so इतना ही याद रखने का है, पक्का याद रखने का है. Here, in a translational motion, the velocity vector is, or direction of the velocity is in the direction of path. Clear? And in case of the curvilinear motion, the direction of the velocity vector is tangential to the path and consistent with the direction of motion. Okay, here these are the direction of the velocity vector, very, very important. Okay, now this body is rotating about point O. The motion of the body is a rotational motion, and the motion of this particle are the curvilinear motion. Now, at this instant, here the direction of the velocity vector of this point A is tangential to this path. If this body is rotating about point A in clockwise direction, so the velocity vector at point A is tangential to the path and towards right. Am I right? And velocity of this particle B at this instant here is tangential to its path and consistent with the direction of motion. Now, omega clockwise है इसलिए VA और VB will be in this direction. Remember one thing, when we write down the relation between the linear velocity and the angular velocity of any particle on the rigid body, ये दोनों का जो velocity का direction रहेगा, linear velocity और angular velocity का, दोनों velocity का direction consistent to each other रहता है. Clear? Both the direction of the velocities are consistent with each other. Okay, so these are the direction of the velocity which are tangential to the path. Clear? ये जो path trace किया है उसको tangential है ये velocity. Clear? Any understood this? Clear? तो first point मैं लिखता हूँ आपको clear कि velocity vector is tangential to the path. Here I am going to elaborate this. Okay, it is tangential to the path. Okay. Now, second, I am going to elaborate this. Second, yes, can you tell me, in this case, when the rigid body is rotating with an angular velocity omega and O is the center of rotation, can you tell me what is the velocity of this, what is the magnitude of this velocity? If the body is rotating with an angular velocity omega, can you tell me what will be the magnitude of that velocity? VA का velocity का magnitude कितना रहेगा, VB का magnitude कितना रहेगा? Come on, fast. What is the relation between the angular velocity and the linear velocity of any particle and the rigid body? Here linear
R
velocity
omega. R omega.
R omega. फिर इतना टाइम क्यों लगता है? Here ये देखो, listen to me. I am using my mobile here and I am using the back camera of this of my mobile here. So here your screen is not in front of me. Here, so don't write anything in the chat box. Here in chat box only write your name and roll number for the attendance. Here otherwise don't write anything in the chat box. Here screen is not in front of me. मुझे screen नहीं दिखता है. Here, so if you want to answer, unmute yourself and answer. Here wrong हुआ तो भी चलेगा. Okay. Here, so what is the what will be the magnitude of this velocity? Here, so the magnitude of the velocity is the general equation is R into omega. But in this case, what is the R? What is R? For V, what is R? Does it mean that R is the radius of this rigid body? Here, what is that R? ये देखो आप अगर नहीं बोलेंगे ना क्लियर तो my lecture can't proceed further.
Perpendicular distance.
Actually, R is what? Here R is nothing but the radius of the path traced by the particle. Here ये जो इसका जो path रहेगा, because it is a rotational motion about this point O. Here, so this is the circle with O as a center. Here, so this path is a circular path. Here, और इसका जो radius रहेगा, here that R is nothing but this R. Here, so it is nothing but the distance of that particle from the center of rotation. Here, this O is the center of rotation. Here, so this R is nothing but a distance of that particle from the center of rotation. Here, so for VA, we can write down VA equal to OA into omega, isn't it? Am I right? Here,
yes,
so remember one thing. Here, this R is what? Here, this R is distance of that point from center of rotation. Am I right? Here, and how much is the VB then? How much is the magnitude of VB?
OB omega.
OB omega, very good. Here, because OB becomes the radius of this path. Here, so VB equal to OB into omega. Now listen, this A and B are the two different particles on this rigid body, and this is the position of this rigid body at the same at any instant of time t. Here now since omega will be same for both the particles because both the particles are lies on the same rigid body, so these angular quantities are related to the rigid body. So दोनों के लिए omega same रहेगा. Here, but since these distances are different, here the VA and VB will also be different. Here, so what I would like to conclude is that in case of a rotational motion, the linear velocity of these points on the rigid body are different. That is not the case in translational motion. In translational motion, at any instant of time t, किसी भी point का linear velocity same रहता है. Okay, here whereas in case of a rotational motion at any instant of time t, here the linear velocity will be different. Understood? Here the magnitude of this linear velocity depends on the position of that point with respect to the center of rotation. The point which is closer to the center of rotation has less linear velocity than the point which is away from the center of rotation. The point which is at the maximum distance away from the center of rotation, its linear velocity will be more. Understood? Here, now unmute yourself and answer my question. Here on this rigid body, okay, here if you consider any point of that rigid body, its velocity कितना रहेगा? Suppose this point is C. So join that point C with the center of rotation, so its linear velocity रहेगा Vc equal to OC into omega, isn't it? But on this body, which is having the rotational motion, there is one point whose linear velocity is 0. Here, can you tell me which is that point whose linear velocity is 0?
So O point.
O. Here it is the center of rotation. Here,
Yes.
remember one thing. Here, in case of a rotational motion, the linear velocity of center of rotation is always 0. Here, it is not necessary that that center of rotation lies on the body. It may lie outside the body also. But whenever the center of rotation lies on the rigid body, then in that case, that center of rotation is the point whose linear velocity is 0. Here, आगे चल के ये लेसन में हम लोगों को ये सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन का पोजीशन लोकेट करने का है. यार हम लोगों को सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन दिया नहीं रहेगा, हम लोगों को लोकेट करने का है सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन. यार सो वन ऑफ द मेथड टू लोकेट द सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन इज दैट कि ड्यूरिंग दैट मोशन, यार अगर आपको पता है कि किसी पॉइंट का लीनियर वेलोसिटी अगर 0 है, अगर आपको पता है कि ये पॉइंट ओ पॉइंट का लीनियर वेलोसिटी 0 है, तो यू कैन डायरेक्टली से दैट सिंस इट्स लीनियर वेलोसिटी इज 0 एट दैट इंस्टेंट, सो दैट पॉइंट इटसेल्फ बिकम्स द सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन. Understood? Here पक्का याद रखो, this is one of the method to locate the center of rotation. Here if the linear velocity of any point is 0. Okay, here now next important thing. अभी देखो, I told you that the linear velocity of any point is it's tangential to this path traced by that particle. Yes, and the path traced by the particle is a circle with O as a center. Here, so velocity of any point on this path here is tangential to the path. Here, and we know that the tangent to the circle at any point here is always perpendicular to the radial line. Here, in your high school level, you must have studied that the tangent at the contact point on a circle is perpendicular to the radius, isn't it? Here, so this velocity vector now onwards, actually the velocity is tangential to the path. लेकिन इसके बाद में instead of saying that it is tangential to the path, when I say that it is tangential to the path, तो आपको path plot करना पड़ेगा. Understood? तो इसके बाद में मैं क्या बोलने वाला हूँ कि linear velocity of any point is perpendicular to the line joining that point with the center of rotation. Here, joining this point with the center of rotation, तो ये बन गया radial line. Here तो velocity उसको perpendicular रहेगा and consistent with the direction of omega. Okay, clear? तो मैंने इधर लिखा है कि velocity vector is tangential to the path that is perpendicular to the line. कौन से line को perpendicular है velocity vector? It is perpendicular to the line joining the point with center of rotation. अगर वो पॉइंट को सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन से ज्वाइन कर दिया तो वो वेलोसिटी वेक्टर उसको टेंजेंशियल रहेगा, यार ऑटोमेटिकली वो टेंजेंशियल आ जाएगा. वेलोसिटी वेक्टर विल बी परपेंडिकुलर टू दैट लाइन, वो ऑटोमेटिकली टेंजेंशियल आ जाएगा. अंडरस्टूड दिस? हियर, so whenever you want to show the direction of the velocity vector of any point, Here, join that point with the center of rotation, and velocity vector will be perpendicular to that. Understood? Here, now. Okay. Now, consider this is one rigid body which is rotating about point O, and let at this instant of time t, A and B are the two different points on this rigid body. This rigid body is rotating in anti-clockwise direction with an angular velocity omega. Can you tell me what is the direction of the velocity of A? What is the direction of the velocity of A? किधर आएगा?
Left.
हाँ, you are right. Here, लेकिन इसके बाद हाँ बोलो.
वही ओमेगा के डायरेक्शन में आएगा.
ओमेगा के डायरेक्शन में आएगा. लेकिन ये देखो करेक्ट है, आंसर इज करेक्ट. लेकिन इसके बाद में जब मैं बोलता हूँ ना, बोलूंगा व्हेनेवर आई आस्क यू वेलोसिटी का लीनियर वेलोसिटी का डायरेक्शन किधर कैसा रहेगा, कौन से भी पॉइंट का, या सो यू हैव टू टेल मी दिस आंसर. किधर रहेगा? परपेंडिकुलर टू द लाइन जॉइनिंग दैट पॉइंट विद द सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन. क्लियर? तो मुझे इसका वेलोसिटी फाइंड आउट करने का है क्या? तो जॉइन दिस पॉइंट विद द सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन. तो इसका वेलोसिटी ये लाइन को परपेंडिकुलर रहेगा. Isn't it? Now you have to decide whether it is towards right or left. So it is consistent with the omega. Omega anti-clockwise है, इसलिए ये इधर नीचे आएगा. Clear? Keep one finger at the center of rotation and rotate toward the angular velocity का direction. Clear? जो angular velocity का direction रहेगा, वो direction में उसका velocity रहेगा. Clear? तो इसके बाद में जब भी मैं पूछूंगा कि velocity vector का direction किधर आएगा, so say that it is perpendicular to the line joining that point with the center of rotation. Understood? Clear? अगर मैं पूछता हूँ कि B का वेलोसिटी किधर आएगा, तो इट विल बी परपेंडिकुलर टू OB. सो लेट्स प्रोड्यूस दिस OB लाइन. तो इसका वेलोसिटी इसको परपेंडिकुलर आएगा, वो ऑटोमेटिकली उसको टेंजेंशियल उसके पास को आ जाएगा. एम आई राइट? समझ में आया क्या? अगर मैं किसी थर्ड पॉइंट कंसीडर करता हूँ ऑन द सेम रिजिड बॉडी, या कौन सा भी, अब मैं नंबर ऑफ पॉइंट्स ले सकता हूँ. अगर मैंने एक C पॉइंट लिया तो उसका वेलोसिटी किधर आएगा? What will be the direction of the velocity of this point C on the rigid body?
Perpendicular to the line joining with the
perpendicular to OC, perpendicular to OC and consistent with the omega. Yeah, so this is VC. Now, can you tell me what is the magnitude of VC? What is the magnitude
OC
of
into omega?
OC into omega. Here, all other students, she is only answering the question. Okay, what about the other? Only roll number 22 is answering the question. Okay. Similarly, this VB can be written as OB into omega. Okay, this is all about the magnitude and direction of that point. Understood? Here means if I know here the center of rotation, and if you know the position of any point here, then I can show the direction of this velocity VA, and if I know the omega and this distance, I can write down its magnitude. Understood? Your entire lesson is based only on these 2-3 concepts. यार रेगुलर एग्जाम में ये लेसन के 2 क्वेश्चन आते हैं 6-6 मार्क्स के. यार द टोटल वेटेज ऑफ दिस लेसन इज 12 मार्क्स इन रेगुलर एग्जाम. क्लियर? लेकिन आपके एग्जाम में अभी डेफिनेटली मतलब 10 मार्क का तो भी आएगा ही फाइनल एग्जाम में. आई एम टॉकिंग इन द फाइनल एग्जाम. क्लियर? आपके यूनिट टेस्ट IA2 में एक कंप्लीट क्वेश्चन इस पे है 7 मार्क्स का, 6 मार्क्स का. ओके, यार सो प्रिपेयर प्रॉपरली. यार मैंने आपके ग्रुप पे फ्रिक्शन का और इसका क्वेश्चन बैंक भी भेजा है. यार ये लेसन का जो क्वेश्चन बैंक है काइनेमेटिक्स ऑफ रिजिड बॉडी का, इन दैट क्वेश्चन बैंक इनिशियली ऑल दिस थ्योरी इज गिवन. यस, यू हैव टू रीड दैट थ्योरी वेरी केयरफुली. Here, because to solve the question from MCQ, you require the theory only. Here, if you know the theory properly, then only you can answer the MCQ question. Okay? Here, any doubt till now? Shall I proceed further? Okay. Now, the third, okay, now come to this. Here, third type motion मैं बाद में explain करता हूँ आपको. यार अभी देखो, आपको अगर center of rotation पता है, and if you know the position of that point, you can show the direction as well as magnitude of that velocity. Here, now on other hand, use the same concept here. Now this body is having the rotational motion, and let this point is A and this point is B. These are the 2 points on this rigid body. Okay, here let at this instant the velocity of this point A is like this. This is VA. लेट दिस इज द VA एट दिस इंस्टेंट, VA का डायरेक्शन मुझे पता है here, and I know the direction of this VB also. So at this instant the VB is moving in this direction. Here I know the direction of the velocity of any 2 points. Here इसमें जैसा VA और VB है, या वैसे ये 2 पॉइंट का मुझे वेलोसिटी पता है, उसका डायरेक्शन पता है. Now if I know the direction of the velocity of any 2 points here, can you tell me where will be the center of rotation? इसका मुझे center of rotation locate करने का है. लास्ट केस में मैंने बोला था तो आपको सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन पता था, अभी यहाँ पे डायरेक्शन ऑफ द वेलोसिटी पता है, तो हाउ आई कैन लोकेट द सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन?
The perpendicular line to the motion.
Perpendicular.
All the lines perpendicular to this VA and VB, right? यहाँ पे तो ऐसा ही है ना. Okay, clear? So if you draw the line perpendicular to the direction of the velocity, you can get the center of rotation. Okay, clear? So the first point you should remember to locate the center of rotation. Here, so to locate center of rotation, क्या चाहिए? One should know the direction of velocity of any 2 points on the rigid body. क्या चाहिए? अगर किसी भी 2 पॉइंट का लीनियर वेलोसिटी का डायरेक्शन पता है, तो बाय ड्राइंग द लाइन परपेंडिकुलर टू दैट डायरेक्शन ऑफ द वेलोसिटी वी कैन गेट द सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन. अंडरस्टूड दिस? एनी डाउट हियर? एंटायर लेसन में ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके, हाउ टू लोकेट द सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन. ओके, नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन यू द थर्ड टाइप ऑफ मोशन. द थर्ड टाइप ऑफ मोशन ऑफ अ रिजिड बॉडी इज अ जनरल प्लेन मोशन. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? या जनरल प्लेन मोशन. मैं अभी आपको ये भी बोलता हूं कि आपका जो कमिंग इंटरनल असेसमेंट 2 का क्वेश्चन पेपर है, यार ये लेसन पे जितने भी क्वेश्चंस है एमसीक्यू जो भी है, यार ऑल एमसीक्यू आर बेस्ड ऑन द जनरल प्लेन मोशन ओनली. या तो जनरल प्लेन मोशन, इनफैक्ट इन योर सिलेबस ओनली जनरल प्लेन मोशन इज देयर. अभी तक तो जो किया तो वो तो सिर्फ इंट्रोडक्शन ही था.
So theory questions will be also there.
क्या?
Theory questions will also be there.
Theory question नहीं, MCQ. Theory question will not be there. Nobody is going to ask you to explain the general plane motion. Okay, लेकिन MCQ attempt करने के लिए आपको theory आना चाहिए. You should be comfortable with the theory. Here, now general plane motion, which is known as a GPM. Here, general plane motion is a long form of GPM. Here, in short, it is known as a GPM, general plane motion. Now, what is the general plane motion? I already explained you what is the translational motion of a rigid body, what is the rotational motion of a rigid body. The general plane motion is neither translational motion nor rotational motion. Here, so general plane motion is what? Here, the general plane motion is a combination of translational and rotational motion. Here, combination of translational and rotational motion. It is neither pure rotational motion. When I say that the rotational, it means that it is a pure rotational motion. Here, so general plane motion is neither a rotational motion nor a translational motion. It is a combination of translational and rotational motion. Here, okay. Now, what is the example of this general plane motion in which the translational and rotational motion takes place simultaneously? Clear? For example, the motion of a wheel of an automobile. Here, if you consider the wheel of an automobile when it is in the motion, क्या होता है वो केस में? Here, it is simultaneously rotating about its axis. Here, and at the same time, it is moving on the road also. So there is a translational motion as well as rotational motion. Here, for example, let's consider I am considering the 2 point on this wheel. This is A and this is B. After half rotation, here क्या होगा? B point will go up, A will come down. Here, so this is half of the rotation. Here, this will be the A, this will be B. After half rotation. Okay. Here, now when it moves from this position to this position, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? Here, this rotational motion as well as translational motion takes place simultaneously. Understood? यार ऐसा होता है क्या? When this will move from this position to this position, तो पहले ये यहाँ पे rotate होगा and then translate होगा. ऐसा होगा क्या? यार कि पहले ऐसा रोटेट होगा यहाँ पे एंड देन ट्रांसलेट होगा, ऐसा होगा क्या? नहीं होगा। या so when this rolling, actually it is known as a rolling motion. Here this is the rolling motion, and rolling motion is one of the example of GPM. रोलिंग मोशन इसका एग्जांपल है, ये इसका एग्जांपल नहीं है। रोलिंग मोशन इज द एग्जांपल ऑफ जीपीएम। Here the rotational and translational motion takes place simultaneously. Yeah, this is one of the example of general plane motion. Here, can you tell me any other example of general plane motion जहां पे रोटेशनल एंड ट्रांसलेशनल दोनों मोशन साइमल्टेनियसली होता है? एक व्हील ऑफ एन ऑटोमोबाइल हो गया, दूसरा बोलो बोलो।
अगर एक बॉल एक इंक्लाइन प्लेन से रिलीज किया हो तो?
राइट। अगर एक्चुअली वो सेम ही हो गया। ओके, अगर बॉल इंक्लाइन प्लेन से रिलीज किया तो ये रोल भी होगा और ट्रांसलेट भी होगा। यार नहीं तो बॉल अगर स्पिन करके हम लोग थ्रो करते हैं ऐसा, या स्पिन किया और थ्रो किया, स्पिनर करता है ना यार, तो स्पिनर जब बॉल थ्रो करता है तो क्या होता है? वो रोटेट भी होता है और ट्रांसलेट भी होता है। या दिस बॉल रोटेट अबाउट इट्स ओन एक्सिस एज वेल एज इट्स ट्रांसलेटिंग। Yes, so this becomes the GPM. Motion of that ball is a GPM, isn't it? Yeah. Before this, for the rotational motion, somebody said that here, sir, motion of a merry-go-round is a rotational motion. Here, so the motion of a merry-go-round is a rotational motion, absolutely right. But can you tell me what is the type of motion of this cabin? इसमें cabin रहता है ना, जिसमें हम लोग बैठते हैं। Here, what is the motion of this cabin? Cabin का मोशन कौन सा रहेगा? यार अभी when this wheel rotates, here this cabin is rotated about its on this axis. With respect to this axis, it is having the rotational motion, isn't it? Yes, but at the same time, it is translating.
Yes.
It is translating with this wheel also. Here, so it has a translational motion as well as rotational motion. Here means the motion of this cabin is a GPM actually. Understood? Here the next example is the motion of a Earth around the sun. Here, so Earth rotates about its own axis. At the same time, it rotates about or move around the sun also. Here, so it is a rotational as well as translational motion. Here, such type of motion is known as a general plane motion. Here, it is a rotational as well as translational motion. Understood? Okay. Now in this rotational general plane motion, here this rotational and translational motion takes place simultaneously. ऐसा नहीं है कि पहले रोटेट होगा और फिर ट्रांसलेट होगा। बोथ मोशंस टेक्स प्लेस साइमल्टेनियसली। क्लियर? In mechanism, in mechanical engineering, here you must observe that different mechanisms. Here in mechanisms, here different links रहते हैं। There different rod connected रहते हैं, different link. That rod is known as a link. The member of a mechanism is known as a link. Here ये जो link रहते हैं ना, अलग-अलग link का motion अलग-अलग रहता है। या किसी का रोटेशनल मोशन रहता है, किसी का जीपीएम रहता है, किसी का ट्रांसलेशनल मोशन रहता है। अंडरस्टूड? क्लियर? नाउ हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई व्हिच लिंक इज हैविंग द जनरल प्लेन मोशन? क्लियर? हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई दैट वेदर इट इज अ combination of translational and rotational motion? Clear? I am considering one example. Suppose this is one stationary vertical wall and horizontal surface. Okay? Here let's consider this is vertical wall and horizontal surface, और एक रॉड ऐसे इसमें रेस्ट हो रहा है। Yeah, this is the position of that rod. This is the initial position of that rod. Yeah, let this AB is the initial position of this rod. Yeah, and this from this position, this rod is sliding against these two surfaces. Yeah, the rod is sliding against these two surfaces. Yeah, let this is the final position of this rod. Let this position is A1, B1. A1, B1 is the final position. Here, now when this rod slides, ये rod ऐसे slide हो रहा है. Here, in that on the two perpendicular surface, the rod is sliding like this. Here, can you imagine this motion? Here, this end is sliding along this surface. Here, and this end is sliding along this surface. Here, such type of motion is there. Okay. अभी ये rod का ये जो motion है, here it is which type of motion? So here to explain this, here actually this motion is also general plane motion. Now how it is a general plane motion? Yeah. Now instead of giving the motion like this, what I am doing? here पहले मैं ये रॉड को यहाँ पे लेता हूँ. Let this is the intermediate position of this rod. Here A dash B1. Here so this is the initial position. मैं इसको ऐसे slide कर रहा हूँ to A dash B1. So this AB to A dash B1. Here which type of motion is this? AB to A dash B1 कौन से टाइप का मोशन हो गया?
ट्रांजिशनल.
ट्रांजिस्टर नहीं, ट्रांसलेशनल.
ट्रांसलेशनल.
हाँ.
Translational motion.
It's a translational motion here because all the particles on this rigid body here they follow the path of parallel straight line. So it is a translational motion. Okay. Now from this intermediate position, I am giving this rod a pure rotational motion about point B1. ये pure rotational motion देके मैं इसको ऐसा rotate कर रहा हूँ so that I will get this final position. या तो इसको मैंने क्या किया, पहले ट्रांसलेशनल मोशन दिया फिर रोटेशनल मोशन दिया so that I will get this final position. So when this rod move from initial position to the final position, yeah, this motion is a translational and rotational motion. Yeah, but when this rod moves from this position to this position, yeah, both the motions are there. Yeah, but both the motions takes place simultaneously. क्लियर, ऐसा नहीं होता है कि पहले ट्रांसलेशनल एंड देन रोटेशनल, नहीं तो पहले रोटेशनल एंड देन ट्रांसलेशनल, ऐसा नहीं होता है. अंडरस्टूड? इन जीपीएम या दिस ट्रांसलेशनल एंड रोटेशनल मोशन बोथ टेक्स प्लेस साइमल्टेनियसली. या सो इन दिस केस व्हेन दिस रॉड मूव फ्रॉम AB to A1 B1, here the motion is a general plane motion. Understood? Yeah. Now how to identify the general plane motion directly while solving the sum? Here listen to me. Whenever there is a translational motion, here all the points on the rigid body transfer from one point to position to other position. Here सब point का motion position change हो जाता है. Okay. Here in case of a translational motion, here the position of all the points changes. That motion is known as a translational motion. Whereas in rotational motion में क्या होता है? Here the angle change होता है. Listen to me. For this rigid body, if you consider any reference, yeah, if I consider this reference line, yeah, so at this initial position, this was the angle with respect to this reference. Yeah, in this final position, this is the angle. Yeah, so angle change हुआ. Yeah, so when there is a, yeah, ये दोनों अगर change हो जाते हैं, यार अगर position भी change हो जाता है और angle भी change होता है, if there is a translational motion as well as rotational motion, जहाँ पे if there is a change in position of all the particles as well as if there is a change in angle, the motion is known as a general plane motion. समझ में आया क्या आपको? या उसमें पोजीशन भी चेंज होगा सब पार्टिकल्स का और वो रॉड जो रहेगा, वो जो रिजिड बॉडी रहेगा, यार विद रिस्पेक्ट टू सम रेफरेंस उसका अगर एंगल भी चेंज हो जाता है तो दैट मोशन इज अ जनरल प्लेन मोशन. अंडरस्टूड? यार नाउ दिस जनरल प्लेन मोशन here which is a combination of translational and rotational motion, yeah, but in actual practice it happens so gradually. Here in actual practice it happens so simultaneously, it is difficult to differentiate between these two. In actual practice ये differentiate करना बहुत difficult है. Here and since it is difficult to differentiate between these two motions, yeah, that's why this general plane motion can be considered as a rotational motion. Here general plane motion, which is a combination of translational and rotational motion, the general plane motion is considered as a pure rotational motion about certain points, and that point about which the GPM is considered as a rotational motion, here that point is known as the instantaneous center of rotation. Here when there was a rotational motion, here the similar point was there. Here मैंने इसको बोला था center of rotation. But when GPM is considered as a pure rotational motion about certain point, so that point about which the GPM is considered as a rotational motion, that point is known as the instantaneous center of rotation. Here all the properties of the instantaneous center of rotation and center of rotation are same. Only the difference is that Here, in case of the rotational motion, here for any position of this rigid body, the position of the center of rotation is remain fixed. ऐसा नहीं होता है कि ये बॉडी यहाँ से यहाँ पे गया तो सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन चेंज हो गया. In case of a rotational motion, for example, the motion of the fan, here the position of the center of rotation is remain fixed. Here, the motion of this merry-go-round, here इसका position of the center of rotation fixed रहता है. Yeah, but in case of a GPM, when we consider it as a rotational motion about certain point, that point is known as the instantaneous center of rotation. इसको instantaneous क्यों बोलते हैं? इसको instantaneous इसके लिए बोलते हैं कि this position of the center of rotation is changing from instant to instant. यार अगर ये इनिशियल पोजीशन है और ये फाइनल पोजीशन है, ये दो पोजीशन के बीच में आई कैन शो द नंबर ऑफ पोजीशन ऑफ दिस रॉड. ऐसे मैं नंबर ऑफ पोजीशन शो कर सकता हूं. Here, for each position, I can locate one such type of center of rotation. Okay, तो जैसे जैसे ये रॉड ऐसे ऐसे पोजीशन चेंज करेगा, वैसे वैसे पोजीशन ऑफ सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन भी चेंज होती जाएगा. Here, so that's why it is known as the instantaneous center of rotation. This is the center of rotation for this body only at that particular instant, only at that particular position. That's why it is known as the instantaneous center of rotation. Okay. Here, have you understood this concept of instantaneous center of rotation? Yeah. So only दोनों में डिफरेंस है, ये फिक्स रहता है, इसका पोजीशन चेंज होती जाता है. आपको सम सॉल्व करते वक्त for this particular rigid body, for that particular position, you have to calculate the instantaneous center of rotation. You have to calculate, find out the position of center of rotation. Instantaneous center of rotation. Here, मैंने ये भी बोला था आपको कि position, linear velocity of the center of rotation is 0. Here. Similarly, the linear velocity of the instantaneous center of rotation is also 0 here, and that's why it is also known as the instantaneous center of zero velocity, ICZV, instantaneous center of zero velocity, because its linear velocity is always 0. Here, in a doubt? Now the question is how to locate an ICR. Here, center of rotation, instantaneous center of rotation कैसे locate करने का है? यार अभी मैंने बोला था आपको कि टू लोकेट द सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन, यार क्या चाहिए? यार अगर किसी भी दो पॉइंट का अगर वेलोसिटी पता है तो वी कैन लोकेट द सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन. क्या बोला था आपने ही बोला था कि अगर ये वेलोसिटी है VA अगर और ये वेलोसिटी है VB, तो हाउ टू लोकेट द सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन? इसको परपेंडिकुलर लाइन ड्रॉ करो, इसको परपेंडिकुलर लाइन ड्रॉ करो, वेयर इट इंटरसेक्ट दैट गिव्स यू द सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन. इजंट इट क्लियर? सो एग्जैक्टली सिमिलर थिंग इज देयर फॉर ICR. सो टू लोकेट एन ICR, here, what is the first requirement? The first requirement is that one should know the direction of velocity of any 2 points on the rigid body. If you know the direction of the velocity of any 2 points on the rigid body, आपको decide करना पड़ेगा कि velocity का direction किधर है. Okay. There, if you know the direction of the velocity of any 2 points on the rigid body, draw the line perpendicular to that direction of the velocity. Where that two perpendicular intersect that point gives you the instantaneous center of rotation. Understood? Here, this is first method. How to locate an ICR? Here, the first method to locate the ICR. Here, how to locate ICR. Here, क्या requirement है ICR locate करने के लिए? दो point का velocity चाहिए. We should know the velocity of any 2 points on the rigid body. अभी इसमें भी अलग अलग केसेस है. The first case, here, then velocities are non-parallel. When velocities are non-parallel, okay, let's consider, suppose this is one rigid body and we know the velocity of this point is VA. Suppose this is VA, okay, and velocity of this point is VB. Suppose this is VB. Now, how to look at an ICR? Draw the line perpendicular to this VB and draw the line perpendicular to this VA. Draw the line perpendicular to that VA, where it intersects that point is an ICR. ICR may lie on the body, it may lie outside the body also. Here, so fourth method, here जो theory दिया है ना उसमें सब कुछ लिखा है. You don't have to write anything. Here खाली lecture होने के बाद में एक बार पढ़ लो. So how to locate an ICR when the velocities are non-parallel? Here. So to locate an ICR, just draw the line perpendicular to the direction of the velocity, where it intersects that point gives you an ICR. Okay, and once you locate the ICR, let this point is I. Yeah, means this is the center of rotation for this rigid body at this instant. Actual motion of the rigid body is GPM. लेकिन वो GPM को हम लोग rotational motion consider करेंगे about this point. So this point becomes the center of rotation. Understood? यार अभी हम लोगों को अगर center of rotation पता चल गया तो what will be the magnitude of this VA? What will be the magnitude of this VA? अगर वो center of rotation का पता चल गया तो VA का मैग्नीट्यूड कितना होगा?
So IA into omega.
Right. Clearly, देखो entire lesson is based only on this formula V equal to R omega. That's all. यार एक ही फॉर्मूला है V equal to R omega. लेकिन R क्या है? It is the distance of that point from the center of rotation. ICR is the center of rotation for that particular instant. So VA equal to IA into omega, and this VB equal to IB into omega. Isn't it? So this is the first case when the velocities are non-parallel. Second, when velocity of the 2 points are parallel. Okay. Now let's consider, suppose this is one rigid body on which we know that this point is B, this point is A. Yeah, and the velocities are like parallel. पहले क्या consider करता हूँ? Like parallel. So let this velocity is VB and let this velocity is VA. Okay. Now I know the velocity of these 2 points which are parallel to each other. Now if the velocities are parallel to each other, how to locate an ICR? Here, now before explaining you how to locate an ICR, just remember in this case, yeah, this vector represents the magnitude of VB and the length of this vector represents the magnitude of this VA. Yeah, so this length represents the velocity of that particular point. Understood? यार अगर ग्राफिकली एक्सप्रेस करने का है, here these terms can be solved graphically also. Okay, but we are not going to use that graphical method. But if you want to solve it graphically, तो आपको velocity graphically represent करने का है by taking some suitable scale. Here, but यहाँ पे approximately show करो. But just remember कि ये length represent the magnitude of that velocity. Okay, अगर ये VB ज़्यादा है, तो this length must be greater than this. Okay, so when the velocities are like parallel, how to locate an ICR? So when velocities are parallel, what you have to do? You have to draw the common perpendicular to that both the velocities. दोनों velocity को common perpendicular draw करने का है. एक ही perpendicular आएगा दोनों का. Understood? Here common perpendicular draw करो at this point. Here and join the extremities of this velocity. So this vector represent the velocity VB and this vector represent the velocity of VA. Here, so ये जो end point है, head end. Here join that head end and extend it where it intersects that common perpendicular. Here that point gives you an ICR. Okay. Here, so when the velocities are like parallel, what you have to do? Here you have to draw the common perpendicular. Here and join the extremities of that velocity where it intersects that point gives you an ICR. Understood? Here. अभी देखो, अगर क्वेश्चन है कि सर ये अगर A और B पॉइंट कॉमन परपेंडिकुलर पे नहीं है तो क्या? If this point A and B does not lie on a common perpendicular, then what? Here, so remember one thing, this case never exists. ऐसा केस एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं होगा. अगर दो पॉइंट का वेलोसिटी पैरेलल है तो वो दोनों पॉइंट कॉमन परपेंडिकुलर पे ही आएंगे. अंडरस्टूड? यार देन अगर इस ये केस में अगर VA ग्रेटर था VB का, if VA is greater than VB, then ICR would have been above that B point. Okay. Then next, what will happen if this VA is equal to VB? If this VB is equal to VA, क्या होगा? ICR कहां पे मिलेगा? If I draw the common perpendicular and if I join the extremities of this velocity, where it will the ICR will lie? And what will be your conclusion? ICR will be at infinite. What will be your conclusion from that? क्या कंक्लूजन रहेगा इस पे से? अगर रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर अगर इनफाइनाइट है, अगर सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन अगर इनफाइनाइट डिस्टेंस पे है तो क्या रहेगा, क्या होगा? आप लोगों का ब्रांच का नाम ही खाली आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस है, आप लोगों में कुछ भी इंटेलिजेंस नहीं दिख रहा है मुझे। अभी मैंने चार बार चिल्ला के बोला था आपको कि ट्रांसलेशनल मोशन में व्हेन द रिजिड बॉडी मूव फ्रॉम वन पोजीशन टू अदर पोजीशन एट एनी इंस्टेंट ऑफ टाइम टी, किसी भी पॉइंट का लीनियर वेलोसिटी सेम रहता है। क्लियर? अगर ये दो पॉइंट का लीनियर वेलोसिटी सेम है, इसका मतलब दिस वोंट बिकम अ रोटेशनल मोशन, क्लियर, इट विल बी अ ट्रांसलेशनल मोशन। ये रोटेशनल मोशन होगा ही नहीं। In case of a rotational motion, किसी भी दो पॉइंट का velocity, if they are at a different distance from the center of rotation, velocity will be different. अगर velocity same है, so that won't remain a rotational motion, that become a translational motion. And in case of a translational motion, the center of rotation will be at infinite. Okay, their radius of curvature will be infinity. Understood? Then let's consider the third case when the velocities are parallel but they are unlike parallel. Suppose this is one rigid body and this point is A, this point is B. Here इसका velocity है VA and this velocity is VB. They are parallel but unlike. Here, what will be the position of this center of rotation? ICR किधर आएगा? Here जो like का procedure है, same procedure you have to follow here. Okay, you have to follow the same procedure. Tell me, Yash Patil, 19 roll number. Are you present? Yash?
सर आपका कैमरा शायद ऑफ हुआ।
हाँ, मैं कैमरा स्टार्ट करता हूँ। यश किधर है? यश?
सब प्रेजेंट।
हाँ प्रेजेंट है ना, तो बोल किधर आएगा ICR? टेल मी वेयर ICR विल लाई इन दिस केस। सेम प्रोसीजर यू हैव टू फॉलो। इसमें जो मैंने बोला था सेम यू हैव टू फॉलो हियर टू लोकेट ऑन ICR। क्या बोला था याद है क्या? इधर क्या बोला था? हाउ टू लोकेट ऑन ICR व्हेन द वेलोसिटीज आर लाइक पैरेलल। क्या बोला था मैंने? How to locate an ICR when the velocities are like parallel? अरे बोलो कुछ तो भी। अगर आपको इंटरेस्ट नहीं है तो why should I teach?
तो पहले परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉ किया।
So don't tell. Roll number 22, you don't tell. You are the only student who is answering in this lecture. What about the others?
Sir, first from A to B we have to draw the perpendicular, and then from VA we have to take till that perpendicular down. The ICR will come down. Is it correct, sir?
थोड़ा करेक्ट है but not up to the mark. यह क्या बोला तूने?
To draw common perpendicular.
कॉमन परपेंडिकुलर, दोनों वेलोसिटी को A और B पॉइंट पे कॉमन परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉ करो। ये ड्रॉ किया। अभी क्या बोला था फिर बाद में कि ये जो वेलोसिटी है, ये जो वेलोसिटी है उसका जो हेड एंड है, अभी ये रिप्रेजेंट किया हमने बाय वेलोसिटी वेक्टर से। यार इसका मैग्नीट्यूड रिप्रेजेंट करता है ये। यार ये लेंथ कितना रहेगा तो ये इसके मैग्नीट्यूड इतना रहेगा बाय सम सुटेबल स्केल। यार तो ये रिप्रेजेंट करने के बाद में जॉइन द एक्सट्रीमिटीज, जॉइन द हेड एंड ऑफ दिस वेलोसिटी, क्लियर, वेयर इट इंटरसेक्ट दिस कॉमन परपेंडिकुलर, इट विल बी एन ICR. So when the velocities are unlike parallel, ICR lies in between the 2 points. When the velocities are like parallel, the ICR will be outside the 2 points. Okay, clear? और एक बार ICR आ गया, let's consider this case. Once you get the ICR, how to locate the VA? No, sorry, what will be the VA? VA कितना आएगा? VA का मैग्नीट्यूड कितना रहेगा? ये देखो
IA ओमेगा,
right? IA ओमेगा. And how much is the VB? IB omega.
IB omega.
Here also VA equal to IA into omega and VB equal to IB into omega. और एक बार सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन आ गया, here for example for this rigid body at this instant this is the center of rotation. एक बार सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन आ गया कि अगर ये रिजिड बॉडी पे आपको कोई भी एक तीसरा पॉइंट भी अगर पता है, C पॉइंट अगर आपको पता है, व्हाट विल बी द वेलोसिटी ऑफ दैट 3 पॉइंट? पहले उसका डायरेक्शन किधर आएगा वो बोलो। अगर आपको सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन पता है एट दिस इंस्टेंट और ये एक पॉइंट है ये रिजिड बॉडी पे जिसके लिए ये सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन पे, इसका वेलोसिटी का डायरेक्शन किधर आएगा? कोई भी एक थर्ड पॉइंट ले लो, वहां पे किधर आएगा उसका वेलोसिटी का डायरेक्शन? ये इधर लिखा है, उसका वेलोसिटी किधर आएगा? उसके पाथ को टेंजेंशियल। लेकिन टेंजेंशियल कैसे ड्रॉ करेंगे? तो इंस्टेड ऑफ शोइंग द पाथ एंड शोइंग द टेंजेंट, जॉइन दैट लाइन विद द सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन, जॉइन दैट पॉइंट विद द सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन। तो मैंने ये जॉइन कर लिया IC, तो इसका वेलोसिटी IC को परपेंडिकुलर रहेगा। अगर ये वेलोसिटी इधर है तो ओमेगा का डायरेक्शन क्लॉकवाइज आएगा। Since this body is rotating about point A, so this VA tends to rotate the body about this I in clockwise direction. ओमेगा और VA consistent रहता है, मैंने पहले ही बोला। अगर if this body is rotating about point I in clockwise direction, then this VC, velocity of this point C, will be perpendicular to this IC and consistent with the omega. This will be the VC. समझ में आया क्या VC का डायरेक्शन? अभी बोलो VC का मैग्नीट्यूड कितना रहेगा? What will be the magnitude of this VC?
IC omega.
IC omega. It is IC into omega. Correct. Any doubt? Have understood this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, take the break of 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes, we are joined with the same link. Okay, we'll continue after 5 minutes. Otherwise, ये वीडियो बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा, रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो है इसलिए। यार आफ्टर 5 minutes immediately join with the same link. Take the break of 5 minutes.